Balatro's taken the world by storm. With its hypnotic soundtrack, easy to pick up but hard to master gameplay, an addictive core game loop, people just can't seem to get enough, myself included. And while I love doing challenge runs of games, one of my favorites has always been the Soul Link Nuzlocke, a multiplayer twist on one of the most ubiquitous challenge runs in video games as a whole. So I thought, can you do a Soul Link Nuzlocke in Balatro? If you aren't familiar, and at the risk of oversimplifying, the rules of a Nuzlocke are that you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each zone, and if a Pokemon faints, you must release it. A Soul Link is just doing a Nuzlocke with a friend. If we both catch a Pokemon on, say, Route 104, those Pokemon are linked. If one faints, the other must release theirs as well. How can we expand this to Balatro? Well, the basic rules are as follows. You can only buy the first Joker from left to right in each shop. Players must decide if they are both buying or both not buying. If bought, the Jokers are linked for the rest of the run. If one is sold or destroyed, the other must be sold. If one is not available, your first Joker is the first that appears after rerolling. Blinds must be played at the same time. If one player skips a blind, so must the other player. This adds even more strategic depth with a collaborative element. Now you must decide together which Jokers are worth buying and selling, and which blinds are worth playing or skipping. Just because it benefits one player doesn't mean it'll benefit the other. We really didn't know how difficult or restrictive this kind of rule set would be, so we tried to make it as easy on ourselves as possible. We both opted to play Checkered Deck and White Stake. The first attempt, we made it to Ante 5 boss, but just barely fell short.
Nope.
What? Okay. Attempt number 1. Attempt number 2, I tried to level up the Square Joker and that was dumb. So we died on Ante 2 Small Blind. Aw, dang it! I died on Small Blind. Let's forget that run happened.
Yeah, scrub the footage.
Nobody clipped that didn't happen.
I would have drunkard again.
Attempt number 3. We added an exception, similar to the shiny rule. In a Pokemon Nuzlocke, if you encounter a shiny, roughly a 1 in 4,096 chance, you can catch it even if it's not your first encounter. Well, when encountering a legendary, you can take that as your Joker for the shop, ignoring whatever the Joker should have been. Alright, what'd you get for your legendary?
A holographic Yorick.
We both made it to Verdant Leaf, the grass gym. I'd managed to get some trousers all the way up to 56 multiplier, and it pretty well carried me through this run, so it's all down to Z-Bear's plays. He's playing with Shortcut, a foil Abstract Joker, Blackboard, and a highly leveled up foil Wii Joker, adding a total of 252 chips to every hand. He gambled on getting exactly 5 hearts so he could play a flush and trigger Blackboard.
I'm gonna do just the one again. I hate this game. No discards, and I don't have a flush. I don't think I'm gonna do this.
Are we gonna die on Ante 8 boss?
No.
We died on Ante 8 boss. In attempt number 4, I missed the Ante boss by 28 points. Oh my god, no! I missed it by 28 points. God, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Attempt number 5 ended on Ante 2 boss. Red Card and Square Joker just couldn't go the distance. Did I mention I hate Square Joker? But that red card reminds me of something. Oh yeah, the subscribe button. Consider pressing it gently, please, if you find this content at all even the slightest bit interesting. Thanks! But finally, attempt number 6 begins. We start off by skipping Small Blind, netting us both $4. Skipping Big Blind gets me an eventual 25, and Z-Bear a Rare Joker in the next shop. Moving into the first boss, Z-Bear one-shots it with a straight flush. I get there playing 3 regular flushes in the end, and we get our first Joker of the run. Blueprint for Z-Bear and Hallucination for me. Oh, come on, why's the holographic gotta be over here? So mad at this. So much better, too. So much better than this. One is a bit better than the other, but that's the way this goes. Both skips are pretty good in the Ante 2, but I'm really not confident enough to hit 1600 with no Jokers giving chips or malt, so we opt to play small. This lets us get Golden Joker for me and Scary Face for him. Unfortunately, this means I still have no chips or malt adding Jokers. In this shop, Z-Bear opts to get Ectoplasm, adding a negative to Blueprint, but cursing him with a permanent -1 hand size. Now, to really take advantage of negative, I'll need to get one too. Since they must be soul-linked, there's no way for one player to have 6 jokers while the other has 5. Lucky for us, I can get a negative joker by skipping the big blind. But this means I need to get 1600 to clear the boss, with nothing contributing to malt or chips. Well, nothing except a single steel card in the deck. Somehow I managed to clear it by getting 2 steel cards thanks to death, and a straight flush. Zebra has no problem here. Double Scary Face and a few flushes cleans up well enough. Our third jokers end up as a negative flash card and a polychrome ramen. Moving into ante 3, we decide to play out small blind because we still have 3 empty joker slots. The shop awards us with Walkie Talkie and Jolly Joker. Finally, some malt and chips, as well as leveling up flash card.
One reroll just to bump this guy up, I guess.
And I feel like we're in a decent position. We play out big blind with no real problems and get Misprint and Diet Cola.
Oh, yours is so bad though. Oh, God.
It is terrible.
While Diet Cola isn't horrible, in order for Z-Bear to use it, we have to coordinate selling my Misprint at the same time, which will remove some, albeit random, multiplier from my side. A few more rerolls gets flash card up to +10, and we move into ante 3 boss. Z-Bear plays a hand big enough to one-shot it, and I get a royal flush with 2 steel cards. Easy enough. For our 6th joker, we get Hanging Chad, and Hologram. Both pretty good jokers in my opinion. I also grab Paintbrush for +1 hand size. We lay out the strategy of playing small blind and skipping big for ante 4.
I want to play because I want the voucher, so I want to play to get money.
Play small and then skip big?
Yeah, hopefully I can beat this quick enough and get enough money to buy that voucher.
Small gets defeated easy enough, but when we get to the shop, we have a dilemma. We want the Cartomancer voucher for Z-Bear in order to level up Hologram, but he's $1 short. He can sell a Joker, but that means I'm selling one as well. We sell Golden Joker and Scary Face, pick up Cartomancer voucher, do a few rerolls, and move on. We renege on our original plan and play out Big Blind to get more money and another shop. At this shop, we run into the same dilemma again. We end up selling Misprint and Diet Cola, so Zebra can get this holographic old-school Walmart logo. I wonder why they changed the logo. I assume because nobody leaves Walmart smiling? Either way, it's paired with, reserved parking for me. Not great, but let's go do the boss bind. I nearly one-shot it, and despite using up every single discard digging for a royal flush and not getting it, Zebra still kills it in one go.
You burned through every discard. Still, you still one-shot it.
A good boss can only be followed up by an even better shop.
I like mine.
Mine's hot garbage.
Well, never mind. In ante 5, we play out small blind.
Easy.
The shop had no jokers, and we move on to big blind, which takes no time at all with a flush and a flush house. We skip the Wily Joker and Crazy Joker, and it's time for ante 5 boss.
Yours is easy.
Easy.
Easiest boss ever.
While Z-Bear's crazy multipliers from Hologram, Blueprint, and Polychrome Ramen one-shot the boss, I struggled a bit more. Attempting to play a flush and...
Oh no! It was a club! That's what I get for adding other cards. It was face down and I assumed it was a heart because it was on the side with the hearts.
Like an idiot, I had picked up at least 2 clubs and a diamond while playing the checkered deck. You know, the one that's all spades and hearts? Well, anyway, the next hand takes it down and we're on to ante 6. The first shop had Seance, which is actually somewhat usable with the checkered deck, and 8 Ball. We buy it because we aren't exactly hurting for money and we are missing a joker.
Woo, 8 Ball.
Also, I just wanted Seance. Wait, wrong card. In ante 6, we opt to skip small and play big blind, netting me $18 and Z-Bear a delayed $25. Big blind goes down with no issue, Z-Bear one-shotting it and I got it in 2. The shop has a polychrome juggler for me and a scary face on the other side. We opt to buy these, replacing Seance and 8 Ball. I guess I didn't want Seance that much, and 8 Ball is the worst, but ante 6 boss does not care about such trivialities. Well, Z-Bear more than doubles the boss in a single hand.
I think I beat mine.
I again get there in 2, and it looks like we're in pretty good spot at this point. And then my nemesis pops up, Square Joker, again. Beating out a nice foil abstract Joker too. Did I mention I hate Square Joker? So yeah, no Jokers are bought here, but after a few more rerolls, flashcard is up to plus 34. In Ante 7, small blind is no issue at all. The shop has a holographic scary face and a flashcard. But we're good on Jokers, so we buy a few packs and move on. Opting to skip big blind, mostly because Zebra gets plus 3 levels to flush. That makes it time for Ante 7 boss. The Serpent and the House don't pose much threat, as again, Zebra has no problem, and it does take me 3 hands this time. However, I beat it with 1 to spare. The next shop has a Polychrome Jolly Joker and Flower Pot. Yeah, you know, the Joker that is not playable at all with the checkered deck, so we opt for no Jokers this shop. The Ante 8 plan is to play small and skip big. Small is, of course, no big deal. The next shop has Photograph.
Look at this photograph!
And Hanging Chad. I don't care about saving a nickel or getting it back or whatever, so I burn the rest of my money on rerolls and get flashcard to 46. We skip big blind, and this is it. Ante 8 boss. Verdant Leaf is pretty annoying as I have to sell a Joker, which also forces Z-Bear to sell. I need as much malt as possible, as the lower screen there has some ridiculous Jokers. So the options are Hallucination, which would force Blueprint to go away, or Reserve Parking, which would kill the Smiley. We opt to pull a Walmart and retire the Smiley and Parking. Z-Bear still thoroughly one-shots it, and again, I get it in 2 hands. And that's it. We finished our first Soul Link Nuzlocke of Balatro. With the easiest deck on the easiest stake, but still. What do you think of this challenge? How do you think we could modify this challenge? Have you and a friend tried it? Let me know in the comments. Here's some optional rules you can try. Some things that can add some optional variety. Judgment. If you both use Judgment at a shop, you can choose to keep the Jokers generated as your Joker for that shop, instead of whatever appeared. Similarly, if you both have a Buffoon pack, you could choose that and take the first Joker in the pack instead of the shop Joker. Some things that can make it even harder. Pack sync. Regardless of what the pack is, you both must purchase or both skip a pack that is in the same slot in the shop. Reroll sync. Players must either reroll or not reroll at the same time in each shop. Right to left Joker order. The Joker per shop is whichever is on the right instead of the left. This makes it so Joker-based tags, from skipping blinds, are no longer guaranteed. Thanks for watching. We live streamed this on Twitch and here on YouTube, so follow if you want to catch some runs live, or join the Discord to chat or find others to do runs with. Links are in the description, and definitely let us know what unique rule variations you and your friends come up with.